Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meiji69 and we are back with some sub replays. It's been a very long time actually since I've done some sub replays, and I've had a few in my email that I just haven't really got around to doing. Now I've got 3 replays for you today. I was intending to do a couple more, but I'm having trouble downloading a couple of the replays that was sent in to me. So the 3 I've got were actually 3 amazingly played battles. Now I've got 2 from OP Lovers, and it's the MT25 and the T21 from him, and both battles were amazingly played. So first up is the MT25 German light tank. Now this tank is I like this tank. It's not actually too bad. A lot of people doesn't like it, but OP Lovers played it very, very well this battle. So straight away they have opened a few of the enemy up. It is Supremacy and they are capping A. The VK keeps shooting his teammate, but eventually they manage to cap at A. So he's almost killed the VK, and a couple of the enemy are now behind him, in front of him, so he's in a little bit of trouble. They have already lost, within a minute, 2 teammates. So he starts running away. He does realise the Chaffee is a couple of shots, so he does turn back. The other enemy are now focused on the tank at the back, so it gives him time to take him out. So 2 tanks now down for the enemy team and 3 down for his team. This Crusader is trying to circle the SU, and it gives OP Lovers pretty much 3 damage without taking any back. So he managed to save the SU, but in the meantime the 4 enemy in the other corner are taking his other teammates out. So we've got the Stug that's sitting there, that's aiming up at C, and OP decides to flank around. Now this bathtub actually has quite a good battle, and he played it very well. So he gets 1 shot into the bathtub. The bathtub takes 1 shot into him, and then the KV1 is also looking this direction. He's not shooting him, he is shooting the Stug. He takes away the Stug. So now OP Lovers is against 3 with his SU. The SU does take 1 of the tanks out, so it's now 2 against 3. But this bathtub he's playing a really good game. He's playing a really good game. So he's got OP down, and that shot there, unlucky to that KV2. He just missed him. So now he can sort of make a run for it, go for the bathtub. He does take 1 nasty shot before he takes him out, which now puts him down to a 1 shot. So it's now 2 against 2. They are winning on cap points, so if he wanted to, he could just run around, which is what I would probably do. So he's gone by C. Obviously there is a KV2 somewhere. Well, there's the KV2. The KV2 now takes out the SU-100Y, which now leaves him alone against a full health, near enough KV2 and the VK. So he's got a lot of work to do. He's only on 126 HP, so he's a 1 shot to both tanks. So he decides to run around. He has noticed that they are just winning on cap points, so unless they cap B, he's going to win, which the KV2 knows that, so the KV2 does start capping B, and I like what he did there. I do that quite often, where you are going one direction, you go out of sight, you reset the camo, and you change your mind and you go back the different direction. And because of that, he managed to get the side of this VK, take one shot into him. He's now hiding behind a building. He takes one nice shot again into him. Baited a shot from the VK, which then his reload is a lot better than the VK. So he manages to take him out. So now he is alone against the KV2. The KV2 did cap B. So all he needs to do now is bait a shot from the KV2. Because the reload on this tank is amazing. And the speed is absolutely lovely. So as soon as he baits a shot, which is exactly what he did there, the KV2 is now on a 20, 22, 23 or whatever second reload. So he can get about 4 or 5 shots into him. So now he's just circling him, sets him on fire, takes one more shot into him, leaves him on very low HP, and he finally manages to take him out. So that was an amazingly played battle. Very nice battle in not so great tank. So he does finish on 2.7k damage, 5 kills, and the mastery badge. 1300 XP, which is a lot of XP for a tier 6 tank. That's enough to probably ace some tier 7 and some tier 8s. So a very nice play from OP Lovers in that battle. Moving on to the second game, which is the T21, another tank that you don't really see many of them about. They're not the greatest tank, but this battle is just an amazing battle. A very, very nice battle. It is mines. It is a tier 5 battle. There is 2 tier 5s, the rest are tier 6. The thing with this tank, I don't mind these tanks. I don't mind tanks with an okay gun, good reload, and no armor. I actually play better in them tanks because you need to sort of reserve your hit points. You need to hide. You can't be exposed because anything will pen you. And I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. OP Lovers does make a few mistakes, things that I would have done differently. So he is now focusing on this BDR. The BDR doesn't realise that his cupola is 2 miles long, and you can see the cupola over the rock. But he is getting shot. He's getting shot by a TD that's camping in the back. But OP Lovers still pokes out, even though he's just been shot by a big TD. He's poking out, and again he's been shot again. So within a minute of the game, he's now down to a 1 shot with 7 enemies still alive. So now he has to play the rest of the battle reserved behind his teammates, and he just now has to be really, really careful. So the VK on his team takes out the BDR, so that's 1 tank down already. But OP Lovers' team, they've got, as far as I can see at the minute, 3 on near enough a 1 shot. So it's going to be a tough battle for him. And this is the thing, when you lose your hit points near enough right at the start, you've got to just play the rest of the battle behind, far back, and you just got to be really, really careful. So they've now got 2 tanks down each. He does take a few nice shots into the Stug, takes him out. Now, I like what OP does here. He can clearly see that someone's going to cap, and he can now see that 4 tanks are all spotted. And this is just amazing. He sees the SU between the rock and this tank. There's no way that the SU is going to see him. And he just stays there, and he's taking shots. So the SU is now dead. And again, like I said not so long ago, I love what he does here. He knows someone's capping, so he's going to leave him there. The cap's only on 30. He's got plenty of time, and he is just literally going to leave him there because he knows where he is. So there's 3 tanks left alive. He does take 1 nasty shot, which leaves him on 2 HP. So now he is just a little ram. So he's now taken this VK down to a 1 shot. He is still not too bothered about the cap, and he has that lovely shot there on the E2. So now the cap is up to 60. He's still got plenty of time, so he's gonna relocate, get to the side of the VK, and take him out. So we've got the E2 and we've got the person capping. So the cap is now getting up to 80. This is when OP makes his move. And again, I love what he does here. So the Churchill takes out one of his teammates, which means he has to do something. He needs to reset the cap. This is what I love. He takes one shot on him and runs. He's still got 3.5 minutes of the battle. He is using that time wisely. And it's something that you don't see very often. It's very rare this happens. It's you see it all the time where if that was anyone else, they would have gone by cap and they would just either circle a building and probably die. But he shot the Churchill once and just went to the other side of the map. Completely went to the other side of the map. And this is where he's now got the E2 that's not looking at him. The E2 wants to know his teammate, and he just doesn't want to know where OP is. So puts up the APCR. The E2 has got quite good armor, and they get him gone. So now it's 2 tanks against the Churchill, and they know exactly where that Churchill is because he's capping. So that is what I love what OP Lovers did. He left the person capping because he knew exactly where he was. So there was no point killing the Churchill, and the E2 might have gone out of sight, not know where he is. So that is a very good play by OP. Unfortunately now the Churchill's just taken his last teammate out, which leaves him on 2 HP against near enough full health Churchill. So he plays it a bit risky here. He's trying to get up on the hill. He has to do something. The cap is now coming on 80. And I don't know if you noticed that. He's just seen that the Churchill was going sort of the right of the cap. So if he was going right of the cap, that means he will be looking left. He's not going to go right and look right. So OPs see that and he went right. And that managed for him to get behind him, take him a couple of shots, and now the Churchill is really slow and he's using APCR. He doesn't, if he's behind him, he doesn't really need to use APCR, but I can see why he's using it. The Churchill has got great armor, very trollish armor, so he didn't want to risk it. So that was one of the best battles actually I've seen in the T21, just the way it was played. He finished on 3.1k damage, deserved ace medal, 1223 XP. So what a great battle that was. After losing all of his hit points within the first minute of the game, he come back and did over 3k damage. So very, very well played. Thanks for sending those in, OP Lovers. I enjoyed watching both of them battles. So moving on to our last battle of my sub replay, it is the FV4202, which is a tank I love, a tank I've recently got, and it is amazing. And it is driven by my very, very good friend, the Baguette Man, Gentle Fun. In the same clan as mine, we was in Phoenix together. Obviously that broke up, and we are now both in GNA together. He is a fellow contributor, fellow YouTuber, and he sent me this replay, and it was amazing, and I had to feature it because the way he played and the way he uses this Hesh, the front of an AMX Hesh, it's just lovely. The Hesh on this tank, it's what makes this tank. So straight away, Johan, he's platoon mate, another old clan friend of mine, takes out their first tank. So two caps have already been caught. The enemy are now capping B, so they know where a couple of them tanks are. They do soon get a surprise because they are at D. There's 3 of them at D, and out of nowhere, one E50M comes, then a T57 heavy comes. So they have just been bombarded. They didn't expect any tanks to come, and Johan is absolutely getting annihilated, and he doesn't last very long in a tank with no armor. Now just look at this. Now Hesh at the front of a T57, shoot the bottom plate, nearly 500 damage. This is what is lovely about Hesh. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, and I, to be honest, don't use Hesh as much as I should. But Gentle Fun is constantly using Hesh, and he's just amazing. It's just amazing. Sometimes I would panic, use the APCR, but look, he's not even aiming, he's not even focused in on this E50M, and he's still shooting Hesh. VK comes, great armour, he doesn't care, Hesh at the side of him, and it's just amazing. So 3 tanks in front of him. Again, if that was me, I would have been out of there a long time ago. But Gentle Fun stayed. He had a fight. He took away the waffle, and he's bouncing shots in a tank that has got not much armour. So he's now focuses on this E50M. Again, Hesh still loaded right at the side of him, and it takes him out. So now he's just got this VK 4502B. He's taken out the rest of the tanks, and he's still got the Hesh loaded. He's not even, he doesn't want to use the APCR because the Hesh is just absolutely amazing. And this is where I start to get a bit dizzy. He takes one more shot into him. He does take a shot, but he damaged 4 modules, and that is what is lovely about Hesh. 477 damage. Now, I wouldn't use Hesh here. He is really low health. I'd probably use APCR because Hesh costs quite a lot of credits. So I wouldn't have used Hesh there. But he takes him out nevertheless. So he has got 3 kills, and there is one, I believe, I can't really see because of the way it was recorded. I think it's just the Death Star left that's capping C. The Death Star is full health, but he is a one-shot to the Death Star, so he has to be careful, because if he dies, they haven't really got much hope for his teammate, because his teammate is also a one-shot as well. But he gets to the side of the Death Star. The Death Star did shoot, and he manages to start circling him. He takes one shot, and he is then out of there. So the Death Star now takes out the waffle. So now Gentle Fun knows that the Death Star is on I think an 18-second reload, but he takes his time getting round, and as he's going around, the Death Star is trying to run away as well. But the FV4202 has got great mobility. The Death Star is not getting far. Gentle Fun manages to get behind him and takes him out for his 4th kill. Sorry. So great play by Gentle Fun there. That was absolutely amazing. I would have done things different. I wouldn't have been there with the 3 tanks. I would have run away, but it paid off for him. For 6,300 damage, 1,700 XP, and a few screenshots to probably send to me and post in Discord. So thank you very much, guys, for sending those replays in. I enjoyed watching all 3 of them, and the replays that I couldn't download, which I will try and download for the next one. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.